Hello everyone, Coach Lockey here. Today's video we're talking wrist angles and how they might be able to help your golf. Now there's lots of talk generally about lead wrist and how that should work in the golf swing. So like a flat to lead wrist at the top of your backswing, etc. But today I've got hack motion on my wrist. Now this is a sensor which measures wrist angles and everything and tells us what's going on in the swing, at address, at the top, at impact. And I know that numbers and things can throw a lot of people, but I'm going to try and make this as simple as possible and give you some tips to try and help you improve your ball striking and hit better golf shots. Before we get into it though, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button, and also if you're enjoying all the content, make sure you give the video a nice big thumbs up. So using hack motion on my wrist here, it's connected to my iPad, super easy to connect to and a really fun bit of kit. Literally just turn it on and it connects to the Bluetooth. Easily opens with the app. I'm super impressed with that. But it's giving me extension, flexion, ulnar and radial and rotation. And for people that don't know, so we've got extension and flexion. So people will see that as cupping and bowing of the wrist possibly. And we've got ulnar, which is down, and radial, which is up. Supination, which is twisting this way, pronation, which is twisting this way. Don't worry, we're not going to talk about all of that in today's video. Today's video, we're going to be talking about extension and flexion, so this way and this way. In the trail wrist, what I see with better ball strikers on a day-to-day basis, and you'll see it on TV when they slow down their swings and stuff in slow motion, better players always take loft off of their irons to strike them better. So this has got a static loft of around 30, 32 degrees, probably my 7-iron here. And I'll be taking loft off and delivering sometimes down to like 25 degrees of loft. And you'll see slow-mo videos of stuff on people on TV with their handle in front of the club head, taking loft off, hands up towards their lead leg. People that I get in the lesson studio here though, generally bad ball strikers will be adding loft. So what are the differences in the trail wrist that I'm doing to take loft off compared to maybe people that are struggling with facts and things, high wafty slices to the right, that we can pick out and help you improve your ball striking? So you can see here, hack motion is live. It's moving the numbers around as I extend and flexion, radial and ulnar going up and down. So let's hit a shot and capture some data and see what I'm doing with my trail wrist to take loft off of my 7-iron and maybe try and hit a bit more of a draw, which is what I like to see. There's a draw just coming back to target. It's a nice strike. Oh, it's a nice shot. So loft is 27, a bit higher than possibly what I would normally deliver, but again, taking that loft off. Carry 160, face is too close to my path, and my path is free in to out. So path into out, face is close to my path, which is where you get that draw, and I'm taking some loft off of the static, so my dynamic is probably 5 degrees or so less than what the static loft of this club is. Let's have a look at what my trail wrist is doing. Now I'm going to look at my iPad on the floor here as I do this. So at the address I've got 5 degrees of extension, which is pretty much a flat trail wrist as I grip the club. As I get to the top of my swing, that goes to 67 degrees extended. Now I'm finding it hard to get to 67 without adding other wrist angles in here, but that has literally gone flat wrist to as much as I can extended. So that's going to be my number one tip to help improve strike. Let's think about this trail wrist and how you're using it. Now, for people that deliver lots of loft, the patterns that I see when I put this on my students is they get nowhere near extended at the top of their swing. So if you look at lead wrist now, I'm cupping it and I'm flattening my trail wrist. So I've only got 38 degrees of extension in my trail wrist here. And you look at the club face, that's what people would call open. Mine's 67 degrees extended, remember? And now look at where my club face is pointing. What people would call closed. I would call that twisted, de-lofted, because it's not really anything until you hit that golf ball. So here's a little checkpoint for you. Next time you're on the driving range, I want you to try and feel like you're gonna have a tray of drinks like a waiter does in a restaurant, a posh restaurant this is, carrying your champagne over to your table. He'll have a flat wrist here, really extended with his glasses on the top. People that add loads of loft slicers will have less of an extension in their wrist, and you'll basically just tip all those glasses, champagne, 100-pound bottle of champagne on the floor, and no one wants that. So really think as a checkpoint that you want to feel like you're going to be holding a tray of glasses at the top of your swing. That'll really get you twisting that club around the axis of the shaft, closing the face, taking that loft off. And if we look, as I get back into impact, I've got 25 degrees of extension. So I started at 5 degrees, which is pretty flat, went to 67, I think it was, and now I'm back to 25 at impact. And just think about that, flat trail wrist pretty much, 5 degrees at address, and then I've delivered 25, so I'm just doing this live. 25 is there, 5 degrees was back here. And like I said at the start, where you see them slow-mowing pro swings on the TV, and they've got their hands forward, taking loft off, none of this catching up stuff, club face over, taking handle to try and manage that face when you add loads of loft onto it. I've gone from 5 degrees to 25 extended at impact. 5, 67, 25. 27 loft, face close to path, path into out, nice draw, well struck iron. Next time you're at the range, give that feel a try. Set yourself up, swing to the top, pretend that you've got that tray of drinks on your hand there, and really feel like you try and keep that on the downswing too. Really see if it changes your ball flight, see if it changes your strike. Let me know how you get on. I hope that helps, and again, in the comments down below, is it something that you've ever thought about, your trail wrist? And again, luckily, thanks to Hack Motion, I'm able to measure it and see what my wrists are doing. And if in the comments down below, if you want a lead wrist one, so we can talk through what your lead wrist feels are, great, I'll do that too. Let me know in the comments. I hope that helps. If you're not subscribed to the channel already, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button. And if you're enjoying the content, make sure you hit that thumbs up, like button also. Thanks all for watching. See you in the next video.